off Maryland, and right on the edge where it goes 60 to 80 foot right there, there's a lot of big mangroves and grouper and stuff along those lines.
And we're hunting, and Mark's in the water filming, trying to get some good footage.
We were just doing dive after dive, taking turns, watching each other, spotting. Next person goes, boom, take your 3-minute break, watch the other guy.
And I noticed Christian on the surface, you know, doing a little bit of heavy breathing. He was cheating a little bit, which you're not supposed to do, because he was doing a little mind trick where you hyperventilate and you cheat your brain, so you don't know when to come up. I saw him doing it. I saw him go down, and I figured I better watch him. When I saw him go down there and he was on the bottom swimming around and Mark was filming him, I knew he was kind of paying attention a little bit more to the camera than, you know, how long he's been down there and when he should be coming up.
Started fanning the mud, doing everything I do in 25, 30 feet, but here I am 2-3 times that depth. And I just stayed down too long, and I looked at Rack. Released my spear gun, and here I go. I'm looking up at the surface, and I start kicking.
I saw him kicking real hard, and he dropped his gun, which that's like an indicator that you're a little bit pressed for air.
I have just the rope in my hand, I'm going up, cruising, and then when I get like midway, I don't know, my last motion was kicking, so I stayed kicking. Everything just whited out. And I just started doing the ultimate samba shake.
And he was kicking and kicking and kicking like he was still underwater. He didn't know he was on the surface yet, so he was zombing.
I'm flailing my arms. Rack came up from the 70 foot. And I came to at the same time that Steele and Jared were pulling up in their boat. And he's like, man, what is it, a shark or something? And then we were like, no, dude, that was the samba. And he sat back, he took that in and fully understood what that was. Because he's also sambaed before.
Pretty much as we pulled up, I saw Christian in the water just flailing his arms and legs and everything, and I didn't know what was going on. I've heard of shallow water blackout, but I never seen it. So after I got close, I figured it was that.
And that's why we have a safety diver there like Chris Tanaka. He grabbed me, held me above the water. It's just part of our lifestyle down here. It can happen to anyone. That 5 seconds extra underwater ain't always worth it.
I think the only reason that I was there and ready was because of, you know, past experience. I mean, I was there behind him, you know, prepared for that situation. I don't know, had no one been there, it could have been different. I mean, he could have sank back down and, you know, taken a breath of water and things would have been a whole lot worse than they were. So if you're out there in that deep water, you got to be watching each other really close.
The one thing I like about spearfishing, it's like, when I lived in Michigan, I'd hunted, all right? But this is like a whole different type of hunting. It's like a hunting that you're out of your element, as it is, you know, we're in the water, you're not breathing, it's awesome. It's like, it's a high of its own. It's like, I just like looking up, seeing the boat that small, you know, it's cool.
sixth generation conch. I'm a commercial fisherman by profession, but I enjoy fishing all the time. Getting out on the boat all the time and doing stupid things and not even fishing, just observing and just spear fishing. Anything you could think of as far as a fish, I do. Man, I can't even think of it. I went paddleboarding the other day. It was all right.
What about the white sharks? Big ones. Big ones.
I guess that if I'm supposed to get bitten by a shark and eaten alive by one, then that's gonna happen. That's my philosophy. If that's gonna be how I end, well then there's nothing I can do to stop it.
We wake up one morning, me and Reef couldn't even get to bed. We were so stoked. Left around 9 o'clock, met up with Mark.
All right, look, so today, me, my buddies Jared, Kevin, Mr. Rally himself, a.k.a. Carson Palmer lookalike.
Black Rocky.
The Black George Rocky, you already know. We're going out, I guess, to the bar. Gonna go look for some wahoo. I know I'm gonna shoot me one. About to get some rainbow runners from Mr. Mendola's little secret stash. He has no idea, that's the best part. About to go out there and slay straight wahoo. We done stole this man's rainbow runners. We done stole all his chum, all his ice.
We're just trying to figure out where the best place to settle is, you know? You know, if you catch one, you're in the right area. I know that if he's anchoring here, this is where we need to anchor, though. I don't know how cool he would be with that. I'm gonna call Chris. Go for it. Try to get as much slack out there as you can, yeah.
So this is like the second time I've been to the bar. And like, the last time I went, it was not as clear. When I got there this time, it was just crystal clear.
We definitely need to get some fish up.
We got Mendola and his crew on the other boat. Two nice boats, straight up looking like bosses.
Me on the top, man, I won't stop me. Me on the top, man, I won't stop me. Me on the top.
Like, they caught a sailfish just anchored doing this. You see the...
And I'm putting gear on and I hear Mendola screaming to the boat, there's wahoo, there's wahoo.
Dude, 50 pounder down 80 feet, and then he came up like on an angle and started swimming this way.
Live, baby.
Beefs and smoking blocks. There's always time to fall on your face, what? Always someone to erase, yeah. So I just stand up.
Just getting in that water and just seeing just open. And it was so clear, you just see the bottom. And then you look at the bottom and you see Bonita swimming down deep. And then you look and there might be a wahoo or two off in the distance, too far to shoot, so it's like, but you just see them skating on by.
So two hammerheads rolled up, just hanging out, just, you know, they were showing off a little bit, getting close. Let me tell you something. At the end of the day, I'm still a black man.
Mark's sitting there with the camera, letting the thing get right in his face, and next thing you know, I see Sharif. He's walking on water. He's climbing over the gunwale of the boat, and he says, "Ain't nobody got time for that."
Boy, when they was getting like this, I was like, whoa. But they were so chill, and I was just chilling. It was like, it was one. It was like family. Whoa. I promise you what. Like everyone in the water just teaming up doing work, and then here comes Rally out the blue with a 60-pounder.
Please tell me you got that on camera.
Life changing. I was like, dang, like that's my boy, you know, because like I felt like you had Mendola's boat straight Key West, Bubba Cuzzies right there. Then you had the Big Pine boat, you know, me, Jared, Mark, Rack, and Kevin. Big Pine, we had to show out. You know how we do, Big Pine.
It was a great day. Got great footage, and I love going out with Mark and Sharif. I love the vibe. Big Pine, you know. We killed it out there. We came back with a 60-pounder, thanks to Kevin Rowley. Made us look good that day. You know what I'm saying?
I've been spearfishing for 15 years now, since I was a little kid and since my dad first let me grab a spear gun. For some reason, just the thrill of spearfishing was just no other. Getting a big fish on a spear gun, there's nothing like it.
Getting in your boat when you dive, you're ready. You're total relaxation. You're focused on diving, spearfishing for the day, having a blast with your friends, and getting some food on the table.
Spearfishing is like my favorite thing to do. I love going out here every day if I can, no matter what.
Everybody thinks that it's, amazingly clear water like the Bahamas, and, we have 100-foot viz every day, but it's really not the case. We do have those gin clear days, but they're kind of few and far between, so when it does get clear, and we happen to get out there with a camera and a crew to do some diving and filming, it's kind of like the planets all have to align.
This is a big issue right here, okay? All right, I don't know what wackadoos out there like to use, you know, the hopper down, but they've got it all wrong. Sorry, Christian Boniface, but I don't roll like that.
You guys ready? Okay.
I always put my barb on the bottom. It works better for me. I don't like the barb on top. I think it gets in the way of my vision. You know, if you want to stone a fish, you want to be able to see the stone shot. Simple.
I like the barb on the bottom. Having the barb on the bottom keeps it out of your way. It doesn't get in your face when you're shooting, and it's just all around better. And pretty much, it just seems more accurate. It just makes more sense. It's common sense.
I don't know. I like it on top. I've had it on top my whole life. I like the flopper on top. The flopper on the bottom drives me crazy. As far as I'm concerned, anybody who has their flopper on the bottom is doing everything wrong.
You can lose a fish like that, the barb not deploying, being on top. I mean, it's gravity. The barb's gonna fall down. If it has on the top, I mean, it works. I've done it, but there's times I've lost fish because it was on the top.
I got a few friends that like to shoot them with the barb attached to the bottom of the shaft, and that's their preference. My personal preference is on top just because of the noise, and if I do go to shoot at a little angle, and if it flops up, it gets in the side of my vision. It works better for me if it's on top.
If it's on top, it'll just be this. But when it's hanging like this, that means you got 4 inches right here pointed at your head rather than just 5/16 shaft.
No, I really do not like it on the top. And it's true. I mean, he's talking about what more do you see? Well, when you got it on top and it comes down, well, what about when it comes open on top and it looks like that? I mean, come on. Works both ways.
Like the barb on top. That's the way to go. Shoot them straight in their head.
I like my flapper on the top because I think that you can just see down the shaft better, and there's nothing else that like catches your eye. When it's on the bottom, you know, I feel like you could just kind of see it. Just like when you're looking down the barrel, you just see it hanging there, and you know, the flap's gonna open. I never really had a problem with using a flap on the top, and I'm gonna stick to it.
When you fire, it goes dink, and that has that can scare your fish. I've been swimming along and had my knee pop, and it scares my fish.
I tried it down one time, someone else's gun, and what happened was I lined up on a fish, and it was all, you know, tucked in, and then all of a sudden it dropped down and went clink, and a black grouper just boom, bolted.